Good morning. We are at Cenote Ik Kil this morning. We left Valladolid at about 8:20, got here right at 9 when they were opening, and we are the only people here, which is crazy, and I'm super excited. We decided to do a little backwards. I think most people go to Chichen Itza first and then come here in the afternoon to cool off. We figured that because this is like a smaller area that it would get more crowded quicker, so we're here first. Entrance is 150 pesos and it includes your life jacket, locker, which is different than a lot of the other cenotes we've been to, and of course your entrance. The cenote was so cool. We were the only people there for like an hour. I mean, there was a couple other workers, people, but it was really empty for about an hour, and then more people started to trickle in, and when we left about 11, it was probably starting to get a little more crowded. Once the tour buses show up though in the afternoon, it gets crazy from what we heard. It took us like 5 minutes to drive to Chichen Itza from the cenote, and the parking is already full, so we had to park on like a dirt lot just outside. It was 70 pesos for the whole day, and there's lots of people that are gonna try and tell you where to go, where to park, try to sell you a tour, a guide. You know, we bought a guided tour, or like a self-guided tour for $5 online that we downloaded, so we're gonna give that a try and see how that goes. We'll let you know if we recommend it. They also limit you on some things that you can bring in, like I couldn't bring the microphone in, we couldn't bring the gimbal in, and I don't think you're technically supposed to bring food, but they didn't take our Cheetos away from us, which was really good because we needed those to survive. We did have to rent a locker because we couldn't bring those things in and we didn't want to walk all the way back to the car. So that was 50 pesos. And then also to be able to record with a video camera, they also charge you 50 pesos. So there's a lot of extra charges and things, so you know, something to be aware of, and just kind of look up what you can bring so you don't have to end up paying more. The area is huge. It is giant. We spent about 4 hours here. I did not think we'd spend that long here, mainly because our like self-guided tour said it was 90 minutes, but it took us almost the 4 hours to do that. The self-guided tour for $5 was great. We really liked it. Definitely better. There's like, as you're walking in and pretty much throughout Chichen Itza, someone is gonna try and sell you something, whether that is a tour or a little souvenir, knick-knacky things. So just, you know, say no thank you, and keep walking if you're not interested. The self-guided tour was great. It was $5. We just used one phone, downloaded it. Neffy had one of my AirPods, I had one, and we listened and walked together. It's supposed to start based on GPS location, and it did a really good job. We just got a little bit lost. Sometimes the directions they gave were not super clear, so that was one thing. Just maybe keep an eye on the map, because we almost missed like a whole section, which was actually the best section. We thought the best section was when you walk in and you face the El Castillo, which is the huge pyramid. It is to the right, and it's where the observatory is, the nunnery. There were way less people there, and they were just really incredible buildings. So definitely don't forget to miss that part. There were a lot of people here, but there's a lot of space, so you're able to spread out and still have a good experience. Just kind of trying to avoid the giant tour groups. If you want a really good picture in front of the pyramid, you know, maybe coming earlier or even a little bit later in the day would be good. But even with all the tour groups, we were able to get like a pretty decent picture, I thought. So Chichen Itza is really cool. Definitely worth it to come out here. We liked visiting the cenote first. I think we missed a lot of the crowds over there. And then over here, we missed a lot of the crowds, but we got rained on like crazy. We had to buy ponchos for 50 pesos each because we were getting drenched. And probably the first 2 hours of walking around, it was raining pretty hard. So we were able to go back after it stopped raining to check out a couple of the main places that were kind of hard to enjoy with it being a torrential downpour. Well, thanks for watching and joining us today on our trip to Chichen Itza and the Cenote Ik Kil. Now we are headed to Merida. We're going to spend a few days there, so stay tuned, subscribe to be alerted of our adventures in Merida.